Good morning, dear children. This is your history teacher. Now take out your history textbook and open page number 13. So, dear children, yesterday we have studied about the earliest people. Why were they on the move? They move for food, they move for the resources, they just have to move for the search of animals, they have to move for the search of trees, and you can say water. Okay, so how do we know about this past people? So we know about this past people just because of archaeologists have found some of these things of hunter and gatherers made and use. Okay, so it is likely that people made and used tools of stones. Understood? So, choosing a place to live. So, we have seen this map too. All the places marked with the red triangles are sites from which archaeologists have found the evidence of hunter-gatherers, and hunter-gatherers lived in a many more places. Only some are shown on this map. So, many sites were located near sources of water such as river and lakes, because the early people lived on the banks of river, so because they get enough of resources over there. Understood? So, as stone tools were important, people tried to find places where good quality of stones was easily available. So it is of course that for making a effective tool, you should also you should also find out a very good quality of stones. So people also moved place to place for searching of a good stone so that they can make a good quality of tools. Understood? So rock painting and what they tells us. So a painting from a rock shelter describe the painting. You can see the painting in here. Many of the caves in which these early people lived have paintings on this wall. Some of the best examples are from Madhya Pradesh and southern Uttar Pradesh. These paintings show wild animals drawn with a great accuracy and skill. Okay, so the sites are places where the remains of the things, tool, pots, buildings, etc., were found. These were made, used, and left behind by people, and these may be found on the surface of the earth, buried under the earth, or sometimes even under the water. You will learn more about different sites in later chapters. Okay, so they of course the archaeologists must found the different kinds of sites for digging, and the different sites, they get the different remaining the things like tools, pots, buildings, and regarding to that, according to that tools, pots, and buildings, they just consider, or they just guess about their lives. Okay, so finding out about the fire. So it is that a very much important invention of ancient life, the finding out about the fire. So, dear children, traces of ash have been found here. This suggests that people were familiar with the use of fire. Okay, so how you did know about the finding out about the fire, because archaeologists find out various kind of ashes inside the. They just found traces of ash have been found here, and that suggests that people were familiar with the uses of fire. So fire could have been used for many things, such as sources of light, to roast meat, and to scare away animals. So as you know that animals scared with the fire, and we can use fire by roast our meat, and it is also the source of light at night. Okay, because at that age we never had electricity, so they just know that the fire plays important role in light. Okay, we get light from the fires. So here are some names and dates. Archaeologists have given lengthy names for the time that we are studying. They call the earliest people that Paleolithic, that comes from the Greek words paleo, meaning old, and lithos, meaning stone. Okay, the names points to the importance of find of stone tools. The Paleolithic period extended from 2 million years ago to about 12,000 years ago. Okay, so this long stretch of time is divided into the lower, middle, and upper Paleolithic. Okay, so this long span of time covers about 99% of human history. About 99% of human history are covered in the Paleolithic stage. So we have just given the name lower Paleolithic stage, middle Paleolithic stage, and upper Paleolithic stage. Okay, so the period when we find environmental changes beginning about the 12,000 years ago till about 10,000 years ago is called the Mesolithic phase, that is Middle Stone Age. Okay, so after the Paleolithic stage, we get the Mesolithic, you can say, the age. So, stone tools found during this period are generally tiny, and they are, very much microliths. Okay, microliths were probably stuck on to the handles of bone or wood to make tools such as saw and sickles, and at the same time, older varieties of tools continue to be in use. Okay, so the next stage will be from the 10,000 years ago is known as the Neolithic stage. That means we have already studied about the first of all the Paleolithic stage. Okay, this is the Stone Age, and then we have studied about the Mesolithic where the all tools were discovered. Okay, and after that we will introduced we get introduced about the Neolithic stage. So what do you think the term Neolithic means? So we have also mentioned the name of some places. You will find the names of many more places in later chapters. Very often we use present day name of the places where people lived in the past because we do not know what they called them. Okay, because as you know that the 90% 99% of the our human history covered by Paleolithic stage. So we have just given them the name about the 10,000 years ago, for the 10,000 5,000 years ago, Mesolithic stage and Neolithic stage. Understood? So a changing environment, it is plays very much important role in the betterment, the life betterment of the ancient people. So around 12,000 years ago, there were major changes in the climate of the world. Okay, so with the shift or to relatively warm conditions in many areas, this leads to the development of grasslands. Okay, so this is in turn to lead an increase in the number of deer, antelope, goat, sheep, and cattle. That is the animals that survived on the grass. Okay, so what happened in 12,000 years ago? There were major changes in climate and which shifts to relatively warm condition. You can say the moisture stage. So what happened in that stage? You know that in that stage grasses and various kinds of bushes developed or growed vigorously. So what happened? As well as the resources grow, the number of the animals also grown. So as per the rate of the grasslands grows, the rate of the, you can say, animals also grow. So deer, antelope, goat, sheep, and cattle also increases. That is animals that survived on grass. Only we can talk about here the herbivores. Okay, so those who hunted these animals now followed them, learning about their food habits and their breeding seasons. It is likely that this helps people to start thinking about the herding and rearing these animals themselves. Fishing also become important. So that means how people started herding, because they just found that the all herbivores are harmless. Okay, they firstly found that they all the herbivores are harmless and we can easily herd them, pet them. Okay, हम उनको easily adopt कर सकते हैं, उनको पाल सकते हैं. जब उन्हें ये महसूस हुआ, उन्होंने जो है भेड़े और कैटल्स जो है उनको पालना शुरू कर दिया. कब? जब इन्वायरमेंट में ड्रास्टिक चेंज आए, क्लाइमेटिक चेंज हुआ. ओके, और अच्छा वार्म कंडीशन में जो है ग्रासेस अच्छे से ग्रो होने के बाद there were increasing the, you can say, herbivores, the grass eater animals, and then they learned that is goat and sheep, mainly goat, sheep and cattle, and they learned to herd them. Understood? So in this type they just started herding and rearing the animals. So dear children, this is it for today's video. If you have any problem regarding this video, you can ask me anytime. Until then, it's goodbye from my side. Thank you and have a nice day.